Alright, foot soldier, let's see what you're made of. Ka-ching, ka-ting, ka-ting, ting, ka-ting. Shredder, you're next. One foot down, one to go.
Out of my way, foot soap. I want the shredder.
Coochie coochie goo. Alright, Raph, on 3.
You got it, Leo.
1,
2,
3! Hey boys and girls, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today we're looking at 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows figures. We've got the Foot Soldier and the Shredder. So these are our bad guys. Our main bad guy, the Shredder, and his generic trooper, the Foot Soldier. We already looked at Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady on our channel. If you haven't seen those videos, you gotta check them out. Those guys are amazing. Alright, we're going to look at the back of the package real quick, and then we're going to take these guys out of the box and get a closer look at them. Looking at the back of the package, you can see they make the 4 turtles. They make a variant of Leo, Mikey, and Raph, Casey Jones, and Splinter, and then our bad guys, Shredder, Foot Soldier, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang. It's a pretty good assortment for this movie. I'm not sure if we're going to get an April or a Donatello variant. We'll have to see what comes down the line. Let's get these guys out of the package. Here we have the Foot Soldier and Shredder out of the package. These guys are a little bit of a mixed bag. They have decent articulation, but I don't know, they're not quite as exciting as the other figures. We're going to take a closer look and let you decide. We're going to start by taking a look at the Foot Soldier. You can see just from this pose alone, he's pretty articulated, which is great for a ninja character. He's dressed in black, gray, and a little bit of red details. The uniform has a lot of nice texturing to it, and all the little straps and pads and things kind of give it some nice details. His face mask is a little bit odd, so if you look carefully at his mask here, you'll see that it comes right under his eyeballs, and then there's a whole bunch of his forehead showing. It's sort of an odd choice. I don't know exactly what these foot soldiers are going to look like in the movie, so we'll have to wait and see if this is accurate or just sort of a wacky toy design. If you were a fan of G.I. Joe during the New Sculpt era, back in the early 2000s, this figure reminds me a lot of the Iron Grenadier figures from the Valor vs. Venom era. So for articulation, the Foot Soldier can turn his head. He can raise his arms up to the side pretty high, but the pad does eventually stop it. But you can swivel it up all the way, you know, with his armpit turned in. He has an elbow joint. He has wrist articulation. He has hip joints that are basically like the other characters from this line. They go forward, and then they can swivel out. But you can't just lift it straight out to the side. You have to pivot it out like that. He's got knee joints, and he actually has ankle articulation, which I don't think we've seen on any other characters in this line. So it's kind of a nice touch. It really does help you with the ninja poses. For an accessory, he has the gray sword, and he's got a gray sheath there on his back that actually can be unplugged. I do like the little attention to detail on there. It's kind of techno looking. I don't know whether there is anything related to the Krang with that, but that's the first thing that popped into my head when I looked at it. Next up we have the Shredder. He is predominantly black with some gray and silver details. His helmet is a little bit of an odd design. I think it looks better in the movie than it does on the toy. And they sort of counteracted the previous Shredder. The previous Shredder had a million knife blades, and this time he almost doesn't have enough now. Kind of interesting twist. So here's a close-up look at Shredder's helmet. He's got like a high collar here, and just the way it looks, he just kind of, the head seems not the right size. I do like that the points here actually stick out a little bit from the helmet. That is cool. He's got these shoulder pad pieces that are add-on to the armor. He can still move his arms pretty far, but they do hit here, so you kind of have to move around that. For accessories, the Shredder has a clip-on claw for each one of his arms. It has 3 blades there. They kind of remind me of Wolverine's bone claws. And then some techno bits on the top there. You can see without it, he's got these silver gloves underneath. His forearms look kind of long there, so he looks a little goofy without them. His other accessory is this little gun, and it reminds me of the Retro Mutagen Ray from the original cartoon show. So it would be interesting to see Shredder trying to turn the turtles back into actual animals instead of mutants in this film. Shredder has articulation at the neck, but his collar kind of limits that. He has articulation at the arms, which is slightly limited by that gray plastic piece, but you still get a pretty good range of motion. He's got elbow joints and wrist articulation. His wrists are pretty stiff there. Oh, got that one loosened up. He's got hip joints, just like the foot soldier, so he can go forward and then out to the side. I don't think his waist is designed as well for him to sit in a fully seated pose. He has what seem like standard knee joints, but there's actually a swivel underneath there that you don't really see. So he's decently posed, but I think not as good as the foot soldier. In the comments below, let me know who your favorite Ninja Turtle villain is. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and check out all our other TMNT videos.